Wrong answer. It's both. Both. All right. Thank you, lady. One more.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Coach White. Miss Trim.
Miss Trim.
Miss Roberts.
And who is the quarterback of the Arlington Tigers?
I don't know who it is.
Elvis Simpson.
Elvis Simpson.
Elvis is his name.
Elvis and Grant Buchanan.
Wow.
Elvis is in the house.
Who's better looking, Elvis or Grant?
I don't know.
Who are you going to?
Well,
homecoming
Elvis has a
with?
girlfriend, so we're gonna go with Grant.
I guess Grant. I haven't seen him, so I don't know.
Who's Paul Bear Bryant?
No idea.
I don't know.
We don't even know who Bear Bryant is.
That one girl is great. She's like, I have no clue what an end zone is. 25 yards for a first down. And I have never seen our quarterback. But I'm a cheerleader every Friday night on the sidelines. That's about right.
That's great.
It's exactly what happens.
So thank you, Arlington, for letting us come out. We're coming out to South Haven this Friday for the final stop on our tour. And hopefully we'll get some good fun there, too.
Yes. And latest in our Carnival shooting, what's happened with the victims and the latest that we know, we'll tell you about it next.
The gunman in last week's mass shooting in Collierville was identified on Friday as UK Thang. The 29-year-old did work at the Kroger store on New Ballyhelly Road, but as a third-party sushi vendor and did not have a history of violence. And as of yesterday, 6 of the people injured in the shooting remained hospitalized, but none of them were in critical condition, thank goodness. And shortly before a vigil for the victims, we also heard the harrowing story of a man on the grocery store's roof who people initially thought was the shooter.
Yeah, that was all coming down when on social media when people were trying to figure out what was going on Friday, saying that there's an active shooting at the Kroger in Collierville with the shooter on the roof. And gunfire was going off inside the store below. And Andre Barlow, he was on top of the roof. That was the man on the roof, and he was up there having to make a decision. Do I hide from the guy spraying the bullets at the back of the store below me, or do I stand on the roof with my hands in the air to make sure the responding officers don't mistake me as the shooter? What a scary situation.
For real.
He's up there just fixing the roof.
Just roofing like he does. It's what he does for a living.
Yeah, he's actually a roofer for Simon Roofing, and he'd been on the roof for about 15 to 20 minutes before everything broke out. And he said he was so shaken that he couldn't even dial 911.
I'll bet. He managed to close the hatch of the roof and lock it. Then he saw 3 people sprint to the dumpster. The dumpster's got the fence around it. They were running out there to hide. Then he saw a guy dressed in all black, the gunman, carrying a high caliber Glock and a long gun strapped across his back. He came out of the store and followed them to where they thought they were going to be safe.
Yep, but he shot them one by one. And he said, I couldn't even imagine what was going through their minds. So he could not tell if the victims were injured, killed, or anything, but he saw the police arriving. So he called out to the officers. He was motioning to them to the shooter's location at the rear of the store, trying to tell them where he is. But officers thought Andre Barlow could be the shooter. And so they came to the roof to extricate him. And, well, it all worked out. They figured out that he was not. But what a terrifying experience.
I mean, absolutely insanity. Just I mean, wow, terrifying is the only way to describe it. And helpless. You're on the roof watching them. And what can you do about it?
Nothing. You can't help them, and you can't help not looking like you're part of the shooter.
I don't know. If I'd have had, it seemed like I'd have wanted to have thrown a hammer or something, old boy, get his attention off of them. I don't know. Interfere. I don't know. It's just so, what could be possibly going through your mind in that situation? It's just out of my brain.
It is, but I'm glad to see that it looks like everyone may be okay with this or okay through this. And we'll keep you updated on it, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely we will. We're going to keep you updated on everything that happened over the weekend in football, college football, high school football, pro football with Tyler Springs after 8. Ha ha. Man, I got home late Saturday night, Sunday morning, and yesterday I was looking forward to just sitting back and watching some football. It was just a relaxing, chill kind of day. The Sunday night football last night, the 49ers scored a go-ahead touchdown against the Packers to lead 28-27 with 37 seconds in the game. Who do you trust with the game at that point? Aaron Rodgers, right?
You wouldn't have said that 2 or 3 weeks ago.
No, I wouldn't have.
I know. So I don't know why you would say it today.
Well, I mean, I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I do, say, who's the Saints quarterback that had the same problem?
Jameis Winston?
I trust him more than I would Jameis Winston, that's for sure. So he got 2 big pass plays and set up the kicker, Mason Crosby, for a field goal.
Crosby to try to win it. And the kick is good to win the game.
Wow.
The 49ers couldn't take enough time off the clock at the end. All Aaron needed was 37 seconds.
Wow. Was that the biggest game of the weekend, Tyler?
No.
Not even close.
No. Let's go back
ahead.
to college. I mean, that wasn't much different from the Tigers. That last fourth quarter was just
Brutal.
how do you have the first quarter 21-0?
Yes.
Same as Alabama. Okay, if Memphis is doing what Alabama's doing, and then you lose.
Not good. Not good at all.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Way out in front of your skis. And listen, that's a team that you knew could beat you, and it beat you. And it just beat you by some dumb mistakes, right? Turnovers in the fourth quarter. And ultimately you couldn't move the football. Like that was a big problem for the Tigers, honestly. And that's part of why you're sitting here at 3-1 with a wake-up call going into conference play. So in that sense, it's good, but it's a bad look. You're like, if you are a Tiger program that prides yourself on beating good teams, it's won 17 in a row in the Liberty Bowl. It's a bad look.
Well,
17 in a row.
And that was just kind of what got me, because we had 30 minutes between the two games of Memphis Tigers and Alabama. And so when Alabama comes on, I was like, okay, I'm get ready for this. I can't believe I'm talking myself out of this Memphis Tigers thing. And then I see we're 21-0 Alabama in the first quarter. I was like, that doesn't mean anything.
There you go.
It means nothing.
It means a little more when you're the Crimson Tide, probably.
Yeah.
Correct.
But this is, they've been talking about this for years, DB, is quote unquote game control, right? Do you have control of the game? Meaning, do you ever let the margin slip down once you get it to 21? Or do you just maintain that 21-point margin for the rest of the game? That's usually what teams like the Crimson Tide are expected to do. Tigers struggle with that on Saturday. And
Hey, but you know what? They were supposed to get their butts kicked from everything I read from this team. So
I had to look up the name of the team.
Texas San Antonio?
Yeah.
The Roadrunners?
I was like, UTSA. Who is
They're,
that?
they're reasonably
Google
new.
it.
They're reasonably new. So listen, you got a week to recover. You got some chances here for the Tigers to take advantage of Temple, a Temple team that's been kind of suffering early in the season, but it's not the look you wanted. Absolutely not.
It's not.
The Titans take advantage of the Colts. That's good news for Tennessee fans.
Yep.
Look, you should be in the driver's seat to win that division. You really should
be, especially with the way Trevor Lawrence is playing in Jacksonville.
Well, you can't name a good quarterback outside of Ryan Tannehill in this division because Carson Wentz has been inconsistent. Some people would even say Tannehill's been inconsistent, but he's at least been the best of the four. And Lawrence, I think, is still having trouble his freshman season. And you got nothing consistent in Texas because the Houston Texans are dealing with a rookie in Davis Mills who has to replace Tyrod Taylor, and it went poorly for them. If you watch the game on Thursday Night Football,
I like Tyler. He's so official.
I mean,
he knows it all.
Listen, let's not ignore the biggest result of the weekend, okay? I think it's pretty cool that Collierville football gets a big result on Friday night.
Yeah.
Those are the sort of things that you hope a community can rally around. There's nothing good to say about what happened on last Thursday, but to at least get a moment where you can be together and enjoy something that means something to your community, small as it might be, it's a good thing.
Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate you, brother.
Hey, by the way, UTSA, when they started, they were playing Bishop Sycamore. Just so you know, that's where they came from, okay?